key economic report that bulls hoped would show the U.S. economy holding up instead weakened unexpectedly. It was the third straight monthly decline for the much-followed service sector survey from the Institute for Supply Management. It's now dropped to its lowest level in 2 years as the outlook for services employment and new orders also declined. The measure still shows growth in the economy and growth in services, but the weakness suggests that troubles elsewhere in the economy, from manufacturing, a strong dollar, a declining energy industry, and weak overseas growth, are now spilling over to the service sector, which is the biggest part of the U.S. economy.
We learned today that the service sector is following the manufacturing sector lower in traditional lagged form. This means that the broader economy is likely slowing as measured by real GDP growth.
As a result, Livornia upped its chance of a U.S. recession to 40% from around 33%, despite a separate ADP report suggesting strong job gains in excess of 200,000 in January. Others on Wall Street were more inclined towards Livornia's pessimism.
The global environment is very much part of the recessionary risks that the U.S. faces. It's about importing those risks from an external shock, and the manner in which that occurs is through financial market conditions.
In addition to ignoring the stronger than expected ADP report, there was also little focus on dovish comments from the New York Fed president. Bill Dudley said in an interview that a stronger dollar and a weaker global economy could have, quote, significant consequences for the U.S. economy, and that financial conditions are tighter now than they were when the Fed last met in December, and the Fed has to take those tighter conditions into account when making monetary policy. Most of the data this week has been soft, but there's one more chance for the bulls. If the actual payroll report on Friday shows strength, along with wage gains, it could direct the market away from fear of recession and back to the upside of cheaper oil and more Americans being employed and bringing home paychecks. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Steve Liesman.